Morning, everybody. It's Monday, July 21st. Welcome to the Inside Edge. And today is Election Day in New Jersey, or maybe it's Election Day. I'm not really sure. But around 10 a.m. this morning, the 17 judges of the U.S. District Court for New Jersey are scheduled to hold a private meeting to discuss the fate of the U.S. Attorney for New Jersey, Alina Habba. Habba was appointed 119 days ago, technically by Attorney General Pam Bondi, but for all intents and purposes, she was the pick of President Donald Trump. And since the limit on service of an interim U.S. attorney is 120 days, Habba's term effectively ends tomorrow. So when the judges meet behind closed doors, that might be a little dramatic. This meeting, I think, is going to be virtual. I don't know if we should call it a meeting. Maybe we should call it a conclavette. But the judges can take a few different paths. They can vote to keep Habba until the Senate confirms the president's nominee. In this case, that's Habba. They can vote to appoint someone else. That's why this could be Election Day in a race between First Assistant U.S. Attorney Desiree Grace and a former federal judge, Noel Hillman. They could opt to do nothing. And in that case, Grace, as first assistant, could wind up in the job without being picked. We're in really uncharted territory here. The federal statute has a whole lot of gray area. Some really smart lawyers have acknowledged that there are multiple interpretations of this law. What's happened here is that judges are actually working on behalf of certain candidates. That's incredibly unusual. Some will interpret federal judges essentially substituting themselves for the United States Senate, which is supposed to have advice and consent over presidential nominations. And the fact that 15 of the 17 judges in New Jersey were appointed by Democratic presidents, 5 by Obama, 10 by Biden, that'll create some chaos. That's not the fault of the judges. That's just how it is. And the conclavette might not matter at all. Donald Trump can fire their pick almost immediately and put someone else in the job. The bottom line, possibly, is that President Trump holds all the cards here. After federal judges in upstate New York tried to remove Trump's U.S. attorney last week, he was instead appointed special attorney to the U.S. Attorney General and first assistant U.S. attorney for the Northern District. That gives Trump's pick an extra 210 days and sort of rendered the judge's move moot. Just to put this quickly into some perspective, imagine a governor nominates a county prosecutor. The Senate doesn't act on that prosecutor's nomination. So instead of the executive branch naming an interim replacement, the judges from that vicinage would get together, hold a secret ballot, and pick their own prosecutor. Anyway, that's it for today, everybody, and I'll be back tomorrow.